This is going to be a very fun top 10 list. Shortstop is definitely one of the most controversial tier lists in MLB the Show 22. There's so many good options, but there definitely isn't someone that is 125 everything, for example, like we have at first base, for example. So it's tough to make an easy decision on who the best shortstop is. Today, I'm going to go through all of the top 10 and decide which ones that I think are the best based on how I've done with them. Keep in mind, with every tier list, these are my takes and my opinions and my experiences. It is okay that you disagree with me. Let me know in the comments what you think of these tier lists. I think this one's gonna be a very controversial one. Just hop right into it, shall we? Shortstop is tough because there's so many different types of shortstops. You have your really big hitters like the Ernie Banks who are sacrificing some speed. You have your well-rounded type players like Barry Larkin. And you have your contact type dudes like Dansby Swanson, who still has good power, but is definitely more of a contact type hitter. It's tough to decide which one is the best at shortstop, so you kind of get an idea of what type of player I like based off this tier list. As with every tier list, must come the honorable mentions, and we're gonna start off with Jose Altuve. I think he's better off at second base since his defense probably a little bit more valuable. You can get him diamond defense there, but nonetheless, he's a good power shortstop, a little bit lower in the contact, and again, like with second base, has a good swing. I think there are shortstops that bring nearly similar hitting, if not better, but also definitely better defense and or speed at shortstop. So I'm gonna leave him in an honorable mention here. You certainly can play him at shortstop if you want to. 99 Manny Machado has to be mentioned as like the big hitter first type shortstop. I like this Machado card. He's great versus righties. He's gonna be a little slow at shortstop, like the Ernie Banks type fielder, but at least he has diamond defense and 99 arm, which will make up a little bit for the slower speed. So definitely has to be mentioned as an honorable mention. And then next, I'm gonna mention Honus Wagner. This one's a tough one to keep out of the top 10 because he does bring diamond defense, basically 99 speed, maxed out contact with 93, 94 power. But I do think, other shortstops are going to be bringing better overall contact, plus better overall power than Honus. So I definitely have a preference towards that. But nonetheless, Honus is a fun one. I know a lot of people like him. I don't want to mention another honorable mention, but I should at least note that Nico Horner is very similar to what Honus Wagner is. So if you like Honus, you may like Nico. At number 10, I have 99 Barry Larkin. This one's a tough one for me to leave even at just 10 because I loved his 99 last year. 110 plus on all of the hitting, gold fielding, and 91 speed. However, I find that other shortstops bring a better swing animation that more people like. I loved Larkin last year, but I just don't know how I feel about this card this year. So for me, I think 10 is probably a fair spot. He deserves to be talked about. He doesn't get enough use overall in the game, but nonetheless, could be a little bit better in comparison to our other shortstops. At number 9, I'm going to put Corey Seager. Again, this might feel a little bit low because he's arguably the best overall hitting shortstop based on the attributes. I just don't like the slower speed, and 70 arm means he's going to get a lot of ground balls beaten out. Doesn't have the arm strength to really beat out speed runners easily. So he's going to be a good shortstop option, but I think he's better off hiding him off at third base or second base where you can just stash away that gold fielding and slower speed there. Shortstop, I would reserve for better speed, but Seager is a top tier hitter and is going to be good for that purpose. So I'm going to leave him right here at number 9. At number 8, I have Jose Ramirez. Yes, he'll be playing at a secondary shortstop, but he's going to have the gold fielding with better arm strength and speed than Seager, but he'd be a better defender than him. Again, bringing the switch hitting, incredible versus righties, still good versus lefties. I do think J-Ram is probably the most versatile switch hitter card in the game right now. So I think shortstop's a good position to play him right now if you don't like another shortstop you have. I do think there are switch hitters that are better than him at shortstop, but this is still a great option. I'm gonna leave him right here at number 8. At number 7, I have 99 Jeremy Pena. Again, like with second base, he's got the attributes to be one of the best, if not the best shortstop option with well-rounded hitting, 99 fielding, and 99 speed. The thing is, I just don't like his swing animation that much. It's not bad, but there are other players that have more swing animation that I like that are going to be mentioned here in the top 6. He is going to be a good bet if you nail his swing though. Definitely a top few shortstop based off that. But just in my experience, he hasn't been too impressive for me, so I'm gonna leave him right here at number 7. At number 6, yes, I'm gonna put 99 Bo Bichette here. Gold fielding, really good arm strength, middle of the road speed. I don't know what it is. I like Bo Bichette cards. I've been trying to look for more of a purpose to use him, but he just doesn't have any secondaries, unfortunately. So for me, I can't play him at shortstop on any of my teams, but definitely still a great card. I personally like his swing. He's great versus lefties. And the 119, 107 versus right is just as good as a lot of the other shortstops above him. So for me, I'm going to put him right here at number 6. At number 5, I'm going to put 99 Dansby Swanson. He's just got that swing that should be very good. Thus far for me, he has not been super impressive. It's disappointed me, but he's got the attributes to be a great shortstop. The only reason I put him on the shortstop list and not the second base list, I do think his defense becomes a more valuable thing here at short. And the good contact, good power, he's a lot similar to some of the other finest shortstops like Xander Bogaerts. He has that swing like Jose Altuve and such that I think a lot of people like. So I'm going to put him right here at number 5. At number 4, I feel like I have to put him here. None other than Trey Turner. We mentioned him with the second base list, but I think he becomes even better at shortstop. Diamond fielding, solid enough arm strength, 99 speed, of course. Reverse splits versus righties are very good. And it's Trey Turner, right? He's got the favorable swing, probably the most favorable swing in the game, and then a bunch of quirks. He's definitely not as good as his 99 last year, but in terms of a great option, he's still one of the best in the game right now. So I'm going to put him right here at number 4. At number 3, this might be a little bit of a hot take, but I've got Xander Bogaerts. But some people love Xander Bogaerts cards. It started with his 96 overall All-Star Game card last year. And this card is definitely his best he's ever gotten. Gold defense that can get up to diamond, 75 speed. It's like, okay, but you're using him for the contact and power, and of course, the live series active quirks. The base hitting attributes are a lot like Jimmy Rollins, and Xander's got a very fun swing. He hits for a lot of power despite not having like 125 versus both sides. And he's arguably been my best finest hitter. So I'm going to leave him right here at number 3. At number 2, I have finest Trevor Story. I had him high in the second base list as well. He's going to have gold fielding that can easily get to diamond at shortstop with 99 speed. Max splits versus left, a lot like Bo Bichette. Instead versus righties, he's more of a power type hitter instead of a contact hitter. But of course is bringing the 99 speed and the better defense, which I think is going to be more valuable at short. And again, this card's been so good for me so far. He's definitely one of the best options in the game. So I'm going to leave him right here at number 2. And obviously at number 1, we have... Wait. That's not the right picture. I've got Jimmy Rollins as the game's best shortstop. I don't know what it is about this card. The switch hitting, very good contact. It gets up to above 120 versus both sides. Diamond defense with 99 speed. But like, he's hit only home runs for me. He's arguably one of my best hitting cards in the game, still into the end game here. It's incredible how good this card has been for me. So for me, with the switch hitting, defense, speed, and the ability to hit doubles, triples, and home runs well, I think he's the pick, no doubt, for me at shortstop. So Jimmy Rollins is my number 1 shortstop. I know those top few positions are likely controversial, so let me know in the comments. Do you agree or disagree with my top shortstops? It's a fun tier list because there's some really good players that are very close to each other, but it's tough to really come up with that one that's the best, unlike some other positions. So I appreciate you all watching. You have a great rest of your day, and check out the other tier lists that I've made. I think you guys will enjoy watching those at the other positions. I'll see you all again on the next one. Deuces.